don't want to have to hear about it from anybody.
Right.
Busy.
Yeah, I already saw my announcement. You can't trade with me.
Yeah. No, no trade. Look at mine. It's short.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to trade that.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm about to use it too.
It's the pledge for that.
I'm about to.
Okay.
I'm about to do this too. Got your phone in the yonder pouch?
I just realized I didn't check to make sure there were no alarms. Hold on. Okay, one last check. Do not disturb.
Are they using the restroom?
Yeah, and I,
I do notice haircuts.
Yeah.
Like, you got a haircut.
Yeah.
Boys, you know,
For
welcome
sure.
them. So they
Absolutely.
love that.
Yeah. Nice.
you notice everyone's haircut.
Yes.
Well, I had it dry today just to see how it's, but it takes so much effort. I just need to not fight it.
Once in a
Easier.
while.
Yeah, I just wanted to see.
So, field trips. And so some of them, like the charter buses, otherwise they don't know. They were from schools. All three. And I think then it has a trip, because then they do eighth graders, about Six Flags.
Okay. I'm sorry, because that's what I'm thinking of with Six Flags just for seniors. It actually says.
You good? Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
High school seniors. I hope all three of our high school.
They,
Yeah, you do
I
have to
mean,
plan it way in advance.
they,
Especially if you get.
I stay on house. They never get involved.
You wouldn't go grab us a paper agenda, would you?
Just one for the two of you.
Well,
Yeah, because
you ain't got to if
I
you
know
don't.
contracts are set up,
Phil, Mrs. Ross, you might get this behind me.
or you don't scan.
Sorry. Copy.
Thanks for checking.
Yeah, of course.
Missing a chair? Or I feel like we are though. Are we? It's different.
Oh no.
Oh, look at you. You already got one.
Yeah,
Ready, so you ain't got to get ready.
I'm guessing he gave it to you.
Yeah.
no, he already has it. That's my pen.
No, I don't have one.
You didn't earn it.
No, when I got here. Because I checked.
have my agenda.
Okay. It's not. Yeah. Yeah. Good evening. It is now 6:36 p.m. and I would like to call the Board of Education meeting to order. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Costick. Mr. Ivory.
Here.
Mrs. McConnell.
Here.
Mrs. Rose.
Present.
Mrs. Ross. Mrs. Wilson.
Here.
President Wilson.
Here.
We have 7 present.
Would everyone stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, moving on to announcements, we will start to my left with Dr. Ivory.
Good evening. Warrior Way Cafe. Don't miss the final Warrior Way Cafe for this school year. Mark your calendars and join us on Thursday at the Warriors Way Cafe for a truly special dining experience. Our 10-time award-winning culinary students will be showcasing their incredible talents and even have a chance to snap a photo with Woody the Woodruff Bison. To save your spot, email us at warriorwaycafe@psd150.org.
Good evening. The Wraparound Center Community Support. The Wraparound Center holds a bi-weekly drive-up food pantry. The next dates are April 9th and 23rd from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. There is also a diaper giveaway at the Wraparound Center for parents or caregivers. The next dates will be April 8th and 22nd from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Everyone in the community is welcome to use these resources. Enrollment in Peoria Public Schools is not required. The Wraparound Center is located on the Latrobe Street side of Treewind School at 1419 South Folkers Avenue. If you wish to make a donation to the Hand Up Food Pantry, a wish list of needed supplies can be found at psd150.org/pantry-wish-list. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilson. 7 mindsets. The time is now. This month, we are continuing to emphasize the 7 mindsets with a focus on the time is now. This mindset reminds us that today is the perfect day to make positive choices, work toward our goals, and take action. Don't wait. Your future starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Spring break. Spring break begins March 30th for all schools. All schools will return on April 13th. Knoxville Center and Valeska Hinton will return on April 16th to make up two snow days. We would also like to take this moment to thank our community partners for their support during this spring intercession activities. Art Inc., Carver Community Center, the YMCA, Peoria Park District, Boys and Girls Club, as well as Organic Life and the PPS Transportation Team. Thank you.
Appreciation Days. At the heart of every successful school district are individuals who work tirelessly behind the scenes to make a difference in the lives of our students. Next month, we hope you will help us celebrate 3 incredible groups of professionals who play vital roles in our district. Wednesday, April 1st is Paraprofessional Appreciation Day. Saturday, April 4th is School Librarian Appreciation Day. And Wednesday, April 8th is Occupational and Physical Therapist Appreciation Day. There will be no school and offices will be closed on Friday, April 3rd and Monday, April 6th in observance of Easter. Thank you.
Good evening. Spelling Bee. Congratulations to all 16 outstanding students who will be competing in the Scripps Howard Regional Spelling Bee this weekend. We are incredibly proud of each one and each one who are prepared to represent their schools. These students will be competing against 64 students across the region for the opportunity to advance to the National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. We wish all of them the best of luck and hope all their practice this week pays off.
Excuse me, good evening. April poem. April showers fall, winter will not stay, bringing Mayflowers on their way. 30 minutes, read each day, let your mind explore and play. Pages turn, adventures start, stories bloom within your heart. Raindrops nourish seeds that grow, just like the books you read and know. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Costick. Next, we have item number 5, Remarkable Spirit Award. Dr. Tracy Doneff, Director of Curriculum and Instruction.
Good evening, Dr. Karat and Board of Education. I am so excited to present our Remarkable Spirit Award to Amanda Lear-Mattis. Tonight we are recognizing a teacher whose leadership, generosity, and passion have shaped the success of our Algebra 1 initiative from the ground up. When we talk about people who lift others up and move a district forward, we are talking about Amanda Lear-Mattis. The Algebra 1 initiative began as a board directive to our superintendent, Dr. Karat, in 2022 to expand access and opportunity to our students. The board challenged the administration to ensure that more 8th graders, especially those from historically underrepresented in advanced mathematics coursework, had early access to Algebra 1. From there, Amanda and I began building the supports, curriculum, and training needed to help teachers and students make this shift with confidence. It's been a true team effort rooted in a shared belief that every student deserves access to strong mathematics experiences. Amanda has stepped up as a leader in so many areas. She has planned and led professional development, helped to write curriculum guidance for Algebra 1, and led co-planning sessions that gave 8th grade teachers additional support during their first year of teaching Algebra 1. Amanda continuously opens her classroom to her colleagues, always willing to let others observe her instruction and take ideas back to her own classrooms. She also played a major role in writing the 8th grade and 9th grade Algebra 1 final exams, making sure both reflect strong alignment and were focused on the priority standards. Teachers from across the district regularly reach out to Amanda with questions about Envision mathematics resources or Algebra 1 content, and she never hesitates to help. She often goes above and beyond to make sure teachers feel confident and supported. On top of all of this, Amanda is a fierce advocate for Manual High School students. She is deeply committed to ensuring they have a positive, successful math experience and earn the credits they need to graduate on time. Amanda's dedication, leadership, and care for both students and teachers shine through in everything she does. She is incredibly deserving of the Remarkable Spirit Award, and we are grateful for the positive impact she continues to make across the district.
I just want to say thank you all for the recognition and the honor. Thanks for your time.
Amanda, did you have any friends or family that came with you today?
I did not. No,
Okay.
just me.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All Emmanuel, there we go. Give it up.
My
give it up,
students,
give it up.
staff, most Emmanuel's here right now, so yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Was your picture taken? We're going to do it now. Oh, okay. We're proud of you. Thank you. Okay.
Awesome. So up next, item number 6, awards and recognitions. Dr. Hawks, principal of Manual High School.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Karat and our board. I am pleased to introduce our basketball team who are state champions. Come on up, guys. Right? It's huge. Thank you. I will point out that Miss Lara Mattis rarely missed a basketball game. Also, I'll add that to her repertoire. But I have said so much about this team and this program in the last week or so because they just make us so proud. And even before winning the championship, they're just a great group. Like, they are the group that you want to cheer along, that you want to win. You want just all great things to happen to this group. And so I'm so happy that they finally joined the ranks of the storied team of the 90s. They will be right up there with them on the wall and in the history books, and well, not necessarily the books, but in our history. And they will have their own monuments right there in the school forever. And I'm just happy I got to be along for the ride. So I will turn it over to our head coach, Marvin Jordan. But we're just so proud of all of them.
I just want to say on behalf of the team here, thanks everybody for the recognition. And again, we'll continue to do great work and continue to strive in the right direction down at Peoria Manual. And again, I wanted to thank the players for having such a great season and putting in a lot of hard work that paid off for us at the end. And last but not least, I thank the coaching staff for also coming in and day out and putting in hard work as well. And lastly, my boys are here. Just two of the few of them that are here today too. So that'll be all for us.
Can we have any of the parents and families of the team to please stand? It was a long ride for you as well. Thank you very much. We have the best families, the best fans, and it was seriously just the best experience. So I'm happy that they got to experience this.
Awesome.
Yep. Dr. Hawks, you want to talk about their scholarship in terms of academics and how
Sure.
they are?
Yeah,
I know you
raise
have a
your
couple
hand
of-
if you've been on the honor roll this year. Yeah. And then, we have some of our seniors who are our top 8%. Who are you? Raise your hands, please. Yeah. Top 8% of the class. What else? That's almost everybody. So as you can see, they run a tight ship. Our other students look up to our basketball players, absolutely. I'm so glad we have so many freshmen. Freshmen, could you raise your hands? We have many freshmen who were able to dress varsity. And they don't know anything other than winning and being the best and running lots of stairs because they're freshmen. But they're beginning their journey in a winning culture on and off the court. So I'm really happy about that. And we're just looking forward to the future.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. All right. Up next, we have our Sheila Joy Scholarship winner, Ariana Butler. Wait, I'm sorry. Am I off? No, Ariana Butler, Linda Wilson, teacher and Grow Your Own program director.
Good evening, President Wilson and Vice President McConnell, board members, Dr. Karat, and community members. It is my honor to recognize a future educator tonight and present the Sheila Joy Scholarship. This Sheila Joy Scholarship was created by Kathleen Rising in loving memory of her daughter, Sheila Joy Bassoni, a proud graduate of Woodruff High School and a devoted mathematics teacher in Peoria Public Schools. Sheila attended Eastern Illinois University, where she earned her degree in mathematics education. She was known for her passion for teaching and her commitment to helping students succeed in math. In honor of Sheila's legacy, this scholarship supports aspiring educators, especially single parents or daughters of single parents who are pursuing a career in teaching, preferably in mathematics. Kathleen has diligently raised over $50,000 through donations from Caterpillar Matching Funds via the Peoria Public Schools Foundation. The funds will not only support the continuation of the Sheila Joy Scholarship, but also support candidates in the Peoria Grow Your Own program. This year, over 11 candidates received childcare, transportation, and clinical experience stipends from the Sheila Joy Fund. It is my pleasure to announce that the 2026 recipient of the Sheila Joy Scholarship is Ariana Butler. We were delighted to notify Ariana of this year's recipient on Pi Day, which was March 14th, and it was a fitting tribute to Sheila's love for mathematics. Just a little bit about Ariana. She is the recipient, not only is she the recipient of the scholarship, but she's also a Peoria Grow Your Own candidate. She has a legacy of teaching in her family. Her uncle is Bobby Darling. She's probably embarrassed that I'm mentioning this. And her mother, her grandmother was Marta Butler, right? So she's an amazing teacher candidate. She's a paraprofessional at Tree-Win. She's majoring in special education and attending Western Illinois University. And she will graduate spring 2027, so look out for her. Ariana, come forward. Congratulations, it's well-deserved, and we are just looking forward to watching all the progress and all the wonderful things you're going to do in the future. So, there you
Absolutely.
Okay, I wrote a little something. It says, good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored and grateful to receive this scholarship. I want to sincerely thank Kathleen for this opportunity and Miss Linda for leading the GYO program and supporting students like me along the way. This scholarship means so much to me. It's not just a financial support, it's encouragement, belief, and a reminder that my goals are within reach. I also want to thank my children. They're one of the biggest reasons I chose to return to college. Everything I do is to build a better future for them and to show them that it's never too late to chase your dreams. I also want to take a moment and honor my grandmother, Marta Darling, who passed away. She was a great example of what it means to be a teacher and stand strong. I was around the same age she was when she went back to school to become a teacher, so that has always stayed with me. She instilled education and how important it is and always encouraged me to keep going. She used to say, I wonder if one day they will honor me. So today I stand here knowing that through me, she is being honored. I will carry her legacy with me and honor her in everything I do. This scholarship will help me provide a better life for my children and also the children I'm teaching now and the children I'll teach in the future. So thank you again for believing in me, and I'm very grateful.
And Ariana, do you have any family or friends that are here today? I see your kids there. Yep. Next, we have those who excel, Dr. Karat, Superintendent.
Thank you, President Wilson and Board. Good evening, and our guests who are here with us, including our students and our listening audience. Today, we are thrilled to honor some of the most talented, passionate, and inspiring educators who have gone above and beyond to make a profound impact on their students, their colleagues, and school communities. These individuals embody the very, very best of what it means to be an educator, guiding and mentoring and uplifting future generations with unwavering commitment and care. As we present this award, I would like to invite the award recipient and his or her principal to come up to the podium and take a moment to reflect on the incredible work these honorees have done to shape lives and create better futures. So, and now, if you can join me in congratulating these outstanding educators for their remarkable achievements and contribution. So a first honoree is Lottie Phillips Fidus, and she's from Peoria High. She's awarded the Meritorious Service Award for Early Childhood Educator of the Year. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes up with. Her principal is Mr. Sean McGinnis of Peoria High.
So thank you, board. Normally I get up here and just say a bunch of random stuff and then I ramble on. So I thought it would be best today that it came from the kids. So Ms. Seifel, take it away.
Miss Fittis is a good teacher because on my first day at Peoria High, she helped me get acquainted with my classes, and throughout the year, she helped me excel to be a better student.
So my favorite thing about Ms. Fittis is how she takes time to get to know students and put effort into build a relationship with students. And after they leave her class, she still talks to them all the time and still communicates with them.
My favorite thing about Ms. Fittis is how she just is very attentive to all her students. She always makes sure that no student is left behind. She breaks down the lesson for them even when they don't understand it so they can understand it better.
I am so glad that I have met her because she has helped me with all the classes and anything that I needed help with.
Ms. Fittis, you are kind, you are beautiful, and you're very wise, and I really appreciate you as a teacher every day, and you make me smile and laugh every day, and I just really appreciate you.
It's not just teaching for her, it's something she's very passionate about. She's passionate about being there for students, helping students when you need them, and yeah, just being a good human being.
You are an amazing person, you have an amazing personality, and I believe you make this school better. I'm glad to call you my teacher, and I'm so proud of you for achieving this award. Congratulations.
Ms. Fittis has always been the type of teacher to put her students before her grade book. She never let a student fall behind, and when they did, she always offered a tutor. Fittis has always been one of the best history teachers in our building, and congrats on your award.
Without further ado, Miss Lottie Fittis.
I am just so honored to have this award. I'm actually a career changer. So 5 years ago, I decided to change careers after 10 years of working in the museum field. And I went through the Golden Apple program, and I'm just so grateful for the district for partnering for Golden Apple, and then my principal and Dr. Coleman and my department chair for all of their support over the years. And I love the kids, and I love being at Peoria High. So thank you.
Thank you. So you can take a picture. Okay, so the next individual is Ria Matos, and she's from Sterling Middle School, and she's being given special recognition from Those Who Excel, which is an award through Illinois State Board of Education for Teacher of the Year. So special recognition for Teacher of the Year. So Miss Mantos, please come up, please, with your principal.
Good evening, board and Dr. Crott. I have the privilege to working with Ms. Matos for the last 5 years. She has come to us from the Philippines, and she has been an absolute godsend. Her first year was a little rough, but the one thing that Ms. Matos never forgot was the goal and what she wanted for the children. She has shared her own experiences. She has gotten the kids to look beyond just the classroom walls, bringing different opportunities for community service and Sophia's Kitchen, connecting them so that it's not only about learning in the classroom, but also giving to others. She's a wonderful addition. Breaks my heart to have to see her go because The kids love her. We love her at Sterling. But Miss Matos, remember, once a Jaguar, always a Jaguar. But we are very, very pleased for her. I would like to introduce Ria Matos.
I am beyond grateful to the district who opened opportunities for us. I came from the Philippines. I came here 5 years ago with a dream, with a USA dream of to learn, to grow. And finally, after 5 years, I'm going home with a grateful heart. So thank you to all the people that I work with, the speech team, the Sterling family, and then other people in the district. Special thank you to Ms. Lane for the patience, for the encouragement, for the support, and also for the love that she has given me and making me feel like Sterling is my second home. Thank you, everyone.
Ms. Montos, do you have is your family with you? Yes. Yeah, let's have them join her. And I just want you to know that I think you have to sit out for 2 years, and then you can reapply. And I'm sure Ms. Lane will rehire you. So congratulations. And awesome. We're proud of you. Then the next recipient is Kyle Benenfield. Kyle, if you are here, please join us. Please stand and be recognized. He is from Reservoir Gifted and is awarded the Meritorious Service for Teacher of the Year.
Good evening, Board, Dr. Crott. I just want to, introduce Kyle Benefield. He is a first-year teacher for the district, has been a teacher in another district, and we kind of stole him. But he has just been a godsend to our Spanish program. He teaches 7th and 8th Spanish 1, and then teaches Intro to Spanish for 6th grade. But he's the type of person that every single principal wants an entire staff full of. So he's just been amazing, gotten to know our kids, our families, attends events. So he's just been, he's really been a ray of sunshine in our school.
Thank you so much. Kyle Benefield, first-year teacher here. I love it. It is a great district, so it's been so much fun. I love all of my kids teaching Spanish, entonces, pues sí, nosotros podemos hablar español un poquito también si quieren, but I love it. Viva la revolución. Thanks so much for everyone that's here. I see some parents of kids that I have, and thank you so much to my principal. Thank you so much for all my coworkers. Love you guys.
Mucho gracias, Mr. Benefield. I'm practicing my Spanish. Okay, and lastly, I have invited Bobby Ferris to come and assist me in presenting this award. Why don't you tell them a little bit about it? And I just appreciate every year you come and you assist us in continuing to celebrate your husband, who was an amazing teacher for PPS, very well respected with lots of amazing outcomes for our students. So can you take it away? Do you have the name of our winner?
I do.
Okay,
yes.
perfect.
Thank you. I'm especially honored to do this each year. I really am. I really appreciate that. But this year is extra special to me because our award winner is a teacher at well, it was Woodrow Wilson when Don was there, and it's now Maud Sanders. But I think this is the first one who ever got the award from Woodrow Wilson, so that's very, very special. Don started out at Woodrow Wilson as a math teacher right after he graduated from Western, and he got his master's from Bradley, and then he became principal at Woodrow Wilson for about 30 years. Then he became director of executive director of primary schools. And then, of course, we lost Don then. So that's the story of him. Of course, all of our children, except 2 of the boys, we have 5 children. 2 of them, the boys graduated, the oldest boys graduated from IVC, but then the rest of the children graduated from District 150, and they've all done well. So District 150 is great for us. So in this time, I'd like to ask Melvin, Ama, is that how?
Good evening, board members. I just want to say I was so excited to learn that Mr. Alma won this award. Very well deserving. He is a passionate and dedicated educator. This is his 5th year in the district, his 4th year at Maud Sanders. He teaches our life skills program and does a phenomenal job doing that. So he knows his kids. He stands up for the kids in his classroom, plans fun and exciting activities and field trips for them. And he knows his kids and teaches his kids, and he just does a great job. So congratulations, Mr. Alma.
So I prepared a short speech for everybody, and I hope that it will inspire everyone. Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Melvin Ama from Maud Sanders, and I am deeply honored to receive the Award of Excellence from ISBE and the Donald Fairs Award as Teacher of the Year, PSD 150. As an international teacher from the Philippines, this recognition is incredibly meaningful to me. I am truly humbled to receive this award in honor of Donald M. Fairs. And to be honest, I am not a natural public speaker. I'm more of private person who prefers quiet moments in the classroom, working closely with my students. So if I seem a little bit nervous tonight, that's just me stepping outside of my comfort zone. During my first year, the struggle was real. Even before I arrived in the US, I was informed that I would be assigned to ED class. I was asked if I was willing to take the challenge. And as Filipinos, we often say yes to challenges. So I said yes. But when I got here, reality truly set in. I experienced culture shock. I missed my family back home. I felt homesickness and anxiety. At the same time, I was learning how to manage very challenging student behaviors. There were moments when I questioned myself, is this the contract I signed for? I am a teacher. My job is to teach and not to break up fights. I experienced being cussed at almost every day. I even encountered racism from students. It was not easy. I remember one particular student who would refuse to work and respond with profanity every single day. But one day, everything changed. There was a fight about to happen between him and another student. Without hesitation, I stepped in, even though I was not experienced in handling that kind of situation. So in the process, I was hit on the head. I became dizzy, nauseous, and was taken to the emergency room. Later, I learned that the student thought I was protecting him, but actually I protected both of them. He told me he cried when he saw me being taken away in the ambulance. His father reached out and said his son was truly sorry. From that moment on, that student changed. He became respectful, kind, and engaged. He no longer used profanity. He listened, he cared. To me, it felt like a miracle. But I also asked myself, do I have to go through that kind of experience again just to reach every student? I have 9 students that time, so I don't want to go to ER 8 more times. So yeah, I asked myself, do I have to put myself at risk for them to change? The answer is no, because that one student became a bridge. He helped others understand that teachers are not there to control them. We are there to support them, to believe in them, and to help them become capable learners. Another student once told me, if you want students to listen to you, Mr. Ama, you have to yell. You're not a teacher if you don't yell. And I reflected on that. In my 15 years of teaching, I have never yelled at a student, not once. So I challenged myself not to change who I am, but to change that belief. To show my students that respect does not come from fear and that a teacher does not need to yell to be heard. A teacher needs consistency, compassion, and genuine care. Through those early challenges, I grew stronger. With the support of my colleagues, my students, and this community, I found my footing. Today, as I complete my exchange teacher program with pride, I stand here not just as a teacher, but as someone shaped by resilience, growth, and purpose. Learning about Mr. Pierce and his dedication to education reminds me that this recognition is not just an award, it is a responsibility. A responsibility to continue the legacy he started, to serve with commitment, compassion, and a belief that every child can succeed. On behalf of the international teachers from the Philippines, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our district for hiring us, for trusting us, and for believing in what we can bring to your schools and your students. That trust has truly changed our lives. I would like to thank God for his guidance and strength to administration, Dr. Kirat, Dr. Ike, Dr. Bond, Dr. Comfort, Mr. Chris Roder, and my previous principal, Ms. Annie Nevid, and my current principal, Mr. Matthew Der. Thank you for your leadership and belief in me. To my mentors and colleagues, thank you for guiding me, especially during most challenging moments. And to my family, thank you for your love, sacrifices, and unwavering support. Teaching, especially in special education, is a commitment to seeing potential where others may not, and believing in every child every single day. This award is not just mine, it belongs to my students and everyone who was part of this journey. I will carry this honor with humility and continue to serve with all my heart and in my own simple way. I hope to honor the legacy of Donald Fierce through the work I do every day. Thank you very much.
Hey, Marjorie, can you make sure you get a picture with Bobby? Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Up next, we have item number 7, Student Showcase, Dr. Tracy Donoff, Director of Curriculum.
Good evening again, Dr. Karat and Board of Education. I am beyond thrilled to be able to celebrate with you our next round of young authors from grades 5 through 8. These students have written manuscripts and have spent many, many hours not only editing, but also illustrating and sharing their stories with others. They are definitely leaders in the work that many of our English language arts teachers are trying to do with their students. So with no further ado, I will bring on Lindsay Bohm, who is instrumental in supporting this program for our K-8 students so that she can introduce our authors.
Good evening, Dr. Wilson, Vice President, Ms. McConnell, members of the board, Dr. Karat. I am not going to go through a long speech because we have a lot of winners out here who are very anxious to come in and introduce themselves. Dr. Donath give a great introduction. I'm going to go ahead and ask our 5th and 6th grade Young Authors winners to come on through. They are going to come to the podium and introduce themselves to you with their name, grade level, tell you where they go to school, and the name of their winning story. Come on right up here. Come right up here. If you go right in front, they can see you.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Jordan. I'm 5th. My grade level is 5th grade. I'm from Sterling Middle School, and my story is called Never Run Away Like Her.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Congratulations. You can go this way. All right, where's our next? Oh, there you are. You want to come up here?
My name is Harley, and I am a 5th grader at Mark Bills Middle School, and my book is A Viney Jungle.
Thank you, Harley. Congratulations. right on up.
Hi, my name is Honey Cummings. I'm in sixth grade. I go to Elise Fort Allen Academy, and the title of my story is The Gardens of the Sky Temple, the Amulet of the Azure.
Congratulations, honey. Right on up and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Damien, and I go to Annie Jo Gordon, and I wrote The Adventures of Lucas the Duck.
Of Lucas the Duck, right? Sixth grade?
Sixth grade.
Okay. Congratulations. Right on out that way. Yep. Seventh grade. Start us out. Seventh grade.
Okay, my name is Zion Crawford. I'm in seventh grade. I go to Rolling Acres, and my story was Stuck in a Fairy Tale.
Thank you, Zion. Congratulations. Seventh grade. We have any more seventh graders? Okay, coming on up.
Hello, my name is Queen Tamia Herod. I'm in seventh grade. I go to Von Steuben Middle School, and my story's name is The Move.
Congratulations. You guys can run it that way. All right, seventh grade, you eighth grade. Seventh grade, co-authors.
My name's Natalie Hansen. And my name's Isabel Wilson. And together we're the authors of Banana's Amazing Adventure. We go to Reservoir Gifted Academy and we're seventh graders.
Congratulations, ladies. Eighth grade. Come on down.
My name's Alana Reed. I'm an eighth grader that attends Glen Oak, and my story name is Puzzle.
Congratulations, Alana. Thank you. Want to do it? Want me to do it? Okay. All right. This is Brooklyn Monroe. She's an eighth grader at Harold B. Dawson Middle School, and the title of her manuscript was Echoes in the Pines. Congratulations.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Anique. I attend Treeland Middle School and I am in eighth grade and my story is titled The Truth.
Congratulations. Thank you. All right, and that was it. Thank you so much to all of the principals, teachers, family members who came to support these winners tonight.
We have the best-looking staff around and the best-looking kids around. Thank you, teachers, thank you, parents, and thanks, kids.
And Mrs. Bohm, maybe next time if we can hear a couple of the stories, I would love to, I don't know how you would select who to get here and read, but I would love to check out some of those stories.
That's a great idea. Or maybe just a summary of some of them that are like a novel.
Yeah, summary, yeah. But actually read the book.
Yep, perfect. We'll coordinate that for next year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, up next, we are now at the point of presentations by the audience. Presentations to the audience. Oh, district presentation? Oh, my apologies. Up next, we have district presentation. Mariela Garcia Alvarado, Executive Director for Advantage Communications.
Thank you, esteemed board members and Dr. Karat for this platform. Today, you will hear from Raul, who's my right-hand support system, and two students. But before I do that, I want to take a moment to thank Emily Trader. Please stand up. She's also one of our managers, but she's actually going to be stepping down to join you all as an educator for District 150. But I do want to say, Emily, without you, there's no way that this program would have the structure that it has or the love that it has. So thank you for loving our students and for helping us get here.
And Mariela, we'll just say that Emily went through PPS's Teacher Pathway Program. We have several. You heard from Ms. Wilson regarding the Grow Your Own, but she went through Your Way, right? Teacher Ready, I'm sorry, Teacher Ready. So we're proud of that, and we're whipping the results. So awesome. Thank you, Mariela.
Absolutely. You get to hear a lot from me, but I want you to get to know the person that will continue to help me build this. So, Raul, the stage is yours.
Right, Dr. Karat, President Wilson, Vice President McConnell, and the board. It's an honor to speak in front of you all. And my name is Raul Ruan. I'm one of the managers here for Peoria Speech and Debate. And as I was looking at our numbers today, we have assigned 444 scripts this year since we started in October. And even though not all these students stay with our program, we had at our first tournament 320 of those students participate in the tournament, and 304 at our last tournament at Trewin Middle School. All the students that come through our program are asked two really important questions. They're asked, one, what's an issue that matters to you and your community? And often we frame that as a question of, if you could solve one problem in the world, what would that be? If you could solve it with the snap of a finger. And the second question that they're asked is, would you want to do a public address kind of speech or an acting speech? So in other words, do you imagine yourself as a future governor, mayor, lawyer, or do you imagine yourself as a future actor, actress, poet, or playwright? And for that brief moment, all 444 of those students have to imagine a future version of themselves on a stage with a very clear purpose. And to see them dream like that, it's so rewarding when you get to see these students imagine that future version of themselves and make a decision, and then have that dream, again, even if they don't stick with our program, we at least have them dream for that moment. And we couldn't do that without our incredible director, Mariela, who takes their answers and then matches them with the right speech for them. We couldn't do that without y'all, the board, supporting our program. And we couldn't do that without everyone here in this room supporting our students and Peoria at large, just coming out and seeing our students perform at these tournaments. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for your unwavering and continued support of our program. It is so important that these students have an audience that wants to hear what they have to say, because what they have to say is really, really important because it comes from their heart. I'm actually just going to get ready to introduce two students that are going to speak today, the voices that really matter. We have two students who prepared some words for you all today. The first student that I'm going to introduce, he was the national champion in humorous interpretation, the 2025 national champion in the speech and debate tournament, with over 300 schools in attendance. He won last year, first place in the entire nation. His name is Marvin Polnitz, and he goes to Trewin Middle School. He did it as a fifth grader. He's a sixth grader right now, but he's the first student who I'll introduce to say a couple words for you all. Marvin?
Not long ago, I was a rude and arrogant kid. Teachers were asking Miss Mariella to kick me off the speech team. I felt like everyone was ready to give up on me, so I gave up on them first. But she didn't. When Miss Mariella and Miss Riggenbach asked me what they could do to help me stay out of trouble, I cried and asked Miss Mariella if she could take me to church. I told her because I wanted to go to heaven, which really meant that I wanted to stop being the reason that everyone was sad or mad. So she told me my favorite coach, Reverend Niles Jones, had a church. Now I go to church with my sister, Miss Mariella, Mr. Raul, and Mr. Jones. I found my way back to God and in a loving community of elders that are always celebrating us. I'm also trying out in church choir, and it's giving me a place to channel all of my negative energy. Speech basically saved me because being loud and extra isn't a behavior problem, it's a skill. Now, instead of acting out in school, I do it on stage. It almost made me it also made me a better son and brother. I want to take a moment to thank my biggest supporter, my mom, Laura Hall, for guiding me and keeping me staying focused and in speech and my dreams. Thank you for always pushing me to stay harder, but I know the deal. To keep the things I love, I have to be good in school and at home. I'm going to be so good at speech that no one will ever have a reason to take it away from me. but we need you board members to also fund this program. First, thank you for supporting our programs. That gives us like me a reason to do better. I beg you to bring it back this summer and next year. If more kids in schools get the program, then think of the lives you can change by having the coaches, Miss Mariela and Mr. Raul. And I look forward to going to nationals again this year and bringing back another win for Peoria. Just ask the high schools how difficult it is to have success without advantage. The high school kids come back to judge to continue just to be a part of advantage also helps them fundraise in their clubs. It's not the same though because our coaches aren't just experts that helped me become a national champion. They're Tia Raul and Tia Mariela. To say to so many kids, they love enough to be strict yet nurturing. All the coaches Miss Mariela hired truly care about kids and accepts us how we come, troubled or not. Without a new Theo and Thea, I don't think I would have been able to change my ways. We need these programs for kids like me that don't care about sports. Please join us at our next competition at Manual High School on April 25th to ask our other kids why speech is so important and to ask why they care about performance art and to hear them talk about homelessness, poverty, and to make them laugh with comedians like me. Thank you, Dr. Karai and board members, for giving me a space to tell my testimony.
Thank you, Marvin. Our next speaker is actually a student we recruited last year during the summer program. She came to us, she signed up, and she fell in love. We fell in love with her as well. She's an amazing speaker, really passionate speaker, and she is currently a 7th grader at Glen Oak Middle School, and she prepared some words she'd like to share with you today. Please welcome Folanda James.
Being me in America, I felt hate for everything I was inside. It left me with this feeling, a feeling of less than, a feeling of worthless, a feeling that just sometimes left me helpless. I don't know why I have to go through all this trouble. I don't know why I have to have this fight. We all want equality in the end, right? Hi, my name is Folanda, a 7th grader at Glen Oak. The poem you just heard was from Alicia Scott, my summer camp coach, who I would have never met if my mom hadn't convinced me to try out for speech. Thank you, Mama. Speech and debate changed my life because I was known as the girl with the big mouth. Now, I am a speech and debate poet. It gave my personality a definition. I was at your pilot lunch program at Liberty, but almost quit. After moving and experiencing the full program at Glen Oak, I have made more friends, decided to say, now I'm a poetry finalist. Speech and debate changes lives. So please bring it back and join us at Manual on April 25th with Mr. Buster Douglas, the first to knock out Mike Tyson. Thank you.
Well, you heard them. They definitely want you at the next competition. You can come and judge, or you can come and just witness their testimony. But I do want to take a moment to thank the parents. So parents, if you can just take a moment so we can give you your flowers. And again, thank you for everything that you do. My students are going to head on out now, but I'll stay here for the meeting.
Thank you. All right, now we are at item number 9, presentations by audience. Presentations to the audience are limited to 5 minutes, and we ask that you keep them constructive. Board Policy 2:230, paragraph 3 provides cards will be accepted by the board secretary until the president calls the meeting to order. Not more than 5 minutes may be allotted to each speaker and no more than 20 minutes to each subject under discussion, except with the concurrence of the majority of the board. Our first speaker this evening will be Miss Cheryl McGlosson.
Today I'm speaking not just as a parent, but with real Peoria pride in my heart. Coach Orlando Edwards has shown unmatched dedication, commitment, and leadership to these boys for years. My own son has been part of this program since he was 7 years old. So I have seen firsthand the time, the patience, and the work Coach O has put in with these kids. From little boys in a gym to young men on the court, he has been there every step of the way. The players trust him, the parents trust him, and that's the kind of bond that can't be replaced. A head coach should be someone who truly understands the players, knows their history, and genuinely wants to see them succeed. Coach Orlando Edward has already proven that he is that person. Right now, everybody sees the talent, everybody sees the win, and everybody sees Peoria shining. But that foundation didn't build itself. That came from years of hard work, consistency, teaching, and love for the game. You can't skip the grind and just show up at the finish line. This is no shade to anyone else because respect is due all the way around. But when you talk about Peoria pride, when you talk about loyalty, and when you talk about somebody who helped raise these boys in this program, Coach Orlando Edwards deserves that recognition. Give that man his credit, respect the time, respect the dedication, and respect the foundation he built. Make Orlando Edwards head coach for Peoria High School.
Thank you. Our next speaker this evening will be Miss Nina Humphrey.
Good evening, good evening. I'm Nina. I'm a parent of Peoria Pride. I brought my son with me. We've been in this for what about 6 years? No, my son calls himself the OG of the program. So, but yes, Coach O, Orlando Edwards. The time he puts in with these children, he's always a phone call away. My son racing to get to high school to become a Lion so he can work behind his coach. We love him. His boys are disciplined, structured. You don't see too many of his boys that's in his program with the cops. I mean, it's a whole family out here with Peoria Pride. All them champs you seen that just left from Mania, there's somebody that been through that program. So that it's from the heart. Like she said, give the man his flowers and let him run for head coach at Central. Thank you.
Thank you. Our final speaker this evening will be Miss Amelia Behrens.
Hi, thank you for letting me speak to you guys tonight. I'm not a public speaker. I wish I could have these kids come talk for me. So I just wrote everything down so I could say it all. I have known Orlando Edwards for many years. I'm not just speaking as a parent, I'm speaking as someone who has witnessed firsthand the kind of man that he is and the lives he has changed. Orlando didn't just put basketball in my son's hands, he gave him direction. He gave him confidence. He gave him a reason to believe in himself when he didn't always see it on his own. My son is not the best player, but Orlando never once made him feel like that didn't matter. He never gave up on him, and more importantly, he has never given up on any child who walks into the gym willing to try. That kind of commitment is rare. That kind of heart is something you cannot teach. What Orlando has built goes far beyond basketball. These boys are not just learning how to play the game, they are learning discipline, respect, accountability, and how to dream bigger than their circumstances. He has helped turn late nights in the gym into college aspirations, into hope, and into a future. And let's be honest, without people like Orlando, some of these kids could have easily gone down a different path. Instead, they are focused on school, they are chasing goals, they are staying off the streets. That's not by accident, that's because of him. Over 200 kids have come through his program. Think about that. That's 200 lives touched, 200 young men who are better because someone believed in them. You can see his impact all across central Illinois, District 150 schools, East Peoria, Dunlap, Morton, I could go on. The talent, discipline, the pride, it all traces back to the foundation that he built. Yes, he has the experience, over 10 years of coaching, 4 city titles at Roosevelt, successful seasons as a freshman and JV head coach, a 2-time state champion alumnus from Peoria High. But those accomplishments, as impressive as they are, don't even begin to tell the full story, because this is bigger than wins. This is about a man who shows up, a man who pours into the kids day after day with no guarantee of recognition, a man who leads with integrity, passion, and love for this community. Peoria basketball is finding its way back, and Orlando Edwards has been one of the people carrying it there. Not for attention, not for credit, but because he cares. So I'm asking and I'm urging the district to truly see what is in front of you. This is not just a candidate. This is a mentor. This is a leader. This is a role model. This is someone who has already been doing the job long before the title was ever offered. Orlando Edwards is not just the right coach, he's the obvious choice. Please do the right thing for these kids, for this program, and for this community. Give him the opportunity he has already earned. Elect him as head coach at Peoria High. Thank you.
Thank you. What's going on, Landon? So we are now at item number 10, response to audience presentation.
Thank you, President Wilson. Thank you, Dr. Wilson. I just wanted to thank the parents for coming and advocating for Coach O. Hopefully he will hear about it if he's not listening, to see how much love and support and confidence you have in him, the three of you, Miss Nina, Miss Cheryl, and Miss Amelia. My mother used to say, what's out there for you is out there for you and no one can take it away. And so what I know is we have a tried and true process. I'm not on the committee. I usually have the executive director, Dr. Coleman, and kind of facilitate, and we do have a really tight process. And so there was a committee at the school, so they conducted, actually the position was posted, I believe from March 2nd through the 18th, Dr. Coleman, on various websites, and then people applied, and they screened candidates and did the interview, and 5 individuals, there were 5 candidates that were interviewed, and the committee selected, based on votes and the rubric, they did select a top candidate, which is on the board agenda tonight. So I just kind of wanted to share that kind of like that's the process, and wanted to share that, but let you know that continue to encourage Coach O, because what's out there for him, it's out there for him, and no one will take it away. And I know that from personal experience as well. So just continue to encourage him. There'll be more opportunities, if not here in Peoria Public Schools, but I'm sure throughout our area. And so thank you for supporting him, and thank you for sharing your thoughts and what you've experienced with him and what he's doing for your kids, or what he's done for your children. That sounds very, very impressive and touching. But unfortunately, the committee did select somebody else. And I mean, I could say who's on the agenda, if you guys want me to, but it's on there. So the current coach, so I have the note. It says the committee has selected Ryan McElmurray as the top candidate. So he's currently in that position. And so that's who the committee selected based on the rubric and the votes and I guess the responses. Dr. Coleman, you want to add anything to that? Yep. But thank you, parents, though. I mean, that was very touching what you said. I appreciate you, each and every one of you, for sharing how you feel about the special coach. Thank you. That's it.
Cool.
That's fine.
Thank you, Dr. Karat. Item number 11, approval of March 9th, 2025 minutes.
So move.
Madam Secretary?
Can I clarify? Cammie, are we approving the minutes as amended or just approving the minutes? Okay, thank you.
We haven't seen them though, so.
I have seen them. Sorry, I have seen the amended minutes, so I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was approving.
Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Nay.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 6 ayes. Motion carries.
Thank you. We are now at information items. Item 1, Superintendent update.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson, and thank you, Board. As I begin my superintendent update this evening, I want to take a moment to recognize a group of extraordinary leaders who have made a lasting impact on Peoria Public Schools and the city of Peoria. While transitions, and I'm referring to our HR report and some individuals who are on that report that will not be with Peoria Public Schools starting next year. So while transitions are a natural part of leadership, I would like to pause to honor the individuals whose work has strengthened our systems, supported our staff, and most importantly, improved outcomes for our students. Each one of these leaders have left a mark on this district that will continue to benefit children long after today. So the first person I'm going to ask to come up and just join me, and then you can stay because then I'll call somebody else up. Dr. Tracy Donath. Dr. Tracy Donath, please come up. So Dr. Donath has led transformative instructional growth across Peoria Public Schools. Under her leadership, grades 3 through 8 math proficiency increased by 8.4%, while she strengthened curriculum coherence through aligned assessments, curriculum guides, and high-quality professional development. She has also advanced, as you heard earlier, and I didn't realize, well, with the teacher that you recognize, that was her really, because I gave her this huge challenge and she made it happen. She has, with her teachers and her cohort, she has advanced equity by ensuring access to Algebra 1 for all 8th graders, building systems of support so that every student had a pathway for success in that class. And her work has left a lasting impact on teaching, on learning, and opportunity across our district. So let's give Dr. Donath a round of applause for her commitment to PPS. Are you taking pictures? Then that's fine. So then over the past 5 years, Mr. Roweather, Mr. Rowe, please come up. He has yes. Just amazing work. Mr. Rowe, I remember when I started in 2015, we did not have a recruiter. And we had 115 teacher openings. 108 teacher openings, and people were not applying for jobs. I'm like, Lord Jesus, what are we going to do? And so we utilize multiple strategies
one big one was hiring a recruiter. And so over the past 5 years, Mr. Roweather has led a remarkable turnaround in staffing. Certified teacher vacancies dropped by nearly 100 to just 14, with over 98% of positions now filled. I mean, this is this is like crazy amazing, right? At the same time, he strengthened workforce diversity, doubling the percentage of African American teachers, and improved retention from 81% to 89%. 81% to 89%. His leadership has ensured that more students are consistently served by qualified and committed educators. Let's give it up for Mr. Rowe. You're welcome. And then Dr. Akwaji. So we're going to ask Dr. Akwaji to come up. But she's been coughing, so no hugs. Dr. Comfort Akwaji Anderson has built, she's the newest kid on the block, actually. She's built a strong, structured system to support nearly 300 international teachers across not only Peoria, but partner districts, because we have an excess of teachers, so PPS is feeding 11 school districts in the state of Illinois with teachers. For example, Decatur, how many teachers have you guys given to Decatur? 38? About 50? See, it's increased. And part of our charge and commitment is that we provide supports for them, acclimation, onboarding, and you heard the 2 teachers from the Philippines. It's hard because it's a cultural shock. And so that's the work that Dr. Akwaji does through coaching, mentoring, and targeted professional learning. She created consistency in classrooms while strengthening instruction, management, and engagement. Her work has been critical in addressing teacher shortages while ensuring students continue to receive high-quality instruction by supporting the teachers, our new international teachers. So thank you, Dr. Akwaji. And Dr. Corey Molson is the next individual or exceptional leader that I will call up. Over 21 years of service, Dr. Corey Molson. I guess you started when you were 5. Dr. Corey Molson, she has been a transformational leader in Peoria, from leading a professional Blue Ribbon school at Northmore, she was a principal at Northmore, to driving district-wide academic growth. Her impact is very profound. She has developed leadership pipelines, actually, a number of districts are calling PPS, and they're calling me, my peers are calling me, and I connect them to her, and I say, you talk to her, because, yes. So she has developed leadership pipelines, launched innovative partnerships, expanded mentoring systems, and introduced initiatives like the Ron Clark system, the Ron Clark House system, and the Amazing Shake, transforming culture, engagement, and opportunity for both students and staff. And I know districts are also calling us to say, tell us about how you've rolled out this house system in PPS, because we're hearing nothing but amazing things about it. So, Dr. Corey Molson, your legacy is one of excellence, innovation, and lasting impact. Thank you. So we have Dr. Ike. Dr. Ike has been with me for 10 years, actually, a year after, because I was trying to steal him from East St. Louis. And Dr. Culver, which we love, or a friend of ours, he wouldn't release him. He says, give him one more year. So Dr. Ike, please come up. For nearly a decade, Dr. Ike has been a steady and strategic leader in HR, in human resources and beyond. He has led recruitment, he has led retention, he has led labor relations and compliance while overseeing critical systems in transportation, technology, and the international program. Also, Dr. Ike bringing nearly 300 educators to our schools. Again, when Dr. Ike was with me, and Peter Kobach as well, we were struggling. People were not applying, and we're like, And I would go home like literally frustrated and crying because some of our kids had sub teachers for 3 years in a row. I mean, that's criminal. So we ended up applying for the application with the federal government. Dr. Ike was really the mastermind behind that. So I wanted to thank you for that, Dr. Ike. And I always tell him, Doc, I don't want your job. And he's really good with the grievances as well. So his leadership in negotiations, policy, and cross-agency collaboration has been instrumental in keeping the district stable, responsive, and moving forward. So let's give Dr. Ike a round of applause. And I would also like to take a moment to recognize Mrs. Hammer, Jerry Hammer, for her extraordinary service to Peoria Public Schools. Mrs. Hammer, please join us. For more than 40 years, Jerry has 40 years, 40. Jerry has been a cornerstone of this district, serving with dedication, precision, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. Through her leadership in employee services, payroll, and benefits, she has ensured that thousands of staff members were supported so they could focus on what matters most, our students. Her work, often behind the scenes, has been essential to keeping this district running with integrity and care. So Jerry, your legacy is one of loyalty, professionalism, and deep institutional knowledge, and I really appreciate it and love that. Peoria Public Schools is stronger because of you, and your impact will be felt for years to come. Thank you for your remarkable service. So then in closing, to each of you guys, thank you. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your unwavering belief in our students. As your superintendent, for many of you, for nearly a decade, I have had the privilege of witnessing your impact firsthand, the progress we have seen across this district in many ways, a reflection of your leadership. And so while roles may change, the impact of your work will endure in the classroom, in our systems, in our community, and in the lives of students we serve. We are deeply grateful. I am deeply grateful. And I want you to know that your legacy will not be forgotten. Thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you.
President Wilson?
Yes, Dr. Ike.
A quick second. I know being the servant leader that she is, she did not recognize herself. And so on behalf of the people that she just recognized, we want to say thank you, Dr. Karat, for your visionary leadership. Everybody knows that you are the Superintendent of the Year for Peoria, for Illinois, and a finalist for the National Superintendent of the Year contest. So thank you for your visionary leadership, and we call you the fearless leader. So please, a round of applause for Dr. Karat.
Thank you. So item number 2, under information items, financial update. Mick?
I'm half inclined to say I have nothing to say. Receipts year-to-date, $162.1 million, which is 67.5% of budget. Trend over 3 years is about 59.1%, so we're running ahead on receipts. With respect to expenditures, $177.4 million year-to-date through March 23rd. That's about 71% of budget. Trend is 67% of budget. So we're running a little bit ahead on expenditures as well, but more ahead on revenue than expenditures this time of year. Happy to answer any questions anybody might have.
Any questions for Mick? Seeing none? Thank you. Item number 3, proposed expenditures over 2,500. Questions from the board? Seeing none? Item number 4, report of requests under the Freedom of Information Act and status of such requests.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. Since our board meeting report on March 9th, we have received 3 new requests, and that is Freedom of Information Act requests. There were 4 pending requests noted on March 9th. There are 3 total requests currently that are open. So to date, we have received 18 requests for the 2026 calendar year at a cost of $900. Thank you.
Thank you. We are now at the consent agenda. Vice President McConnell.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Consent agenda. Item number 1, gift to school district in the amount of $145,393.52. Item number 2, payment of bills. Item number 3, payment for travel. Item number 4, a amended human resource report. Item number 5, extension of food service contract with the Organic Life Food Service Management Group. Item number 6, extension of the architect contract. Item number 7, Advantage Communications Middle School Speech Debate Team contract to extend for 1 more year in the next school year. Item number 8, dismissal of first, second, or third year probationary teachers for reasons other than reduction in force. And I have to legally read the names, and I may chop up some of them, so pardon that.
We can read it.
So separately then in this item. Okay, thank you. Mr. President, those are the items for the consent agenda.
Thank you. Are there any items that board members would like to pull from the agenda
For separate discussion.
for separate discussion?
Can I pull item number 6, please?
Item number 6, thank you. Any additional items on the agenda?
Legal wants us to pull 4 and 8 for amended.
4 and 8?
Approve them as amended.
All right, so can I get a motion and a second to adopt the consent agenda with the exception of item 6, 4, and 8?
So moved.
Thank you, Madam Secretary.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to go into discussion for item 6?
Or to item number 4, you want to go on and do 4?
Oh, okay,
The
we can go.
amended. Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a
I motion to approve item 4 as amended.
Second.
discussion?
Just for transparency's sake, can we just clarify that one of our employees is switching categories on the HR report, so we're just going to approve it at his request? Okay.
But that person's already on the list.
Awesome. Madam Secretary?
It's already on the agenda.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross? Mrs. Wilson?
Nay.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 6 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to accept item number 6?
Can I make a motion to table item number 6? President Wilson, I would like to motion to table item number 6.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion.
Can I say? So this item came as an action item from our Buildings and Grounds Committee. However, the only thing in the board packet was a little paragraph from the Buildings and Grounds Committee, and I had several questions. I also wanted to see the contract that we would be extending, and so I reached out to both of the members of the Buildings and Grounds Committee, and I did not hear back from them. And so now I have a couple of questions that I'm hoping they'll be able to shed some light on so that I'll feel good about approving this contract extension. My first question for the.
Well, if you're going to table it, then.
Oh, well, I guess that, or
No, we're just gonna table
I
it.
would love to table it so I could get these questions answered and then feel good about approving the contract extension.
Okay.
So,
Is that,
Should
is that any further discussion?
I mean, I have more to say if we're going to approve it, but if we're going to table it, I'm happy to
Yeah.
It's to
table.
It's to
so,
table.
Okay. Sure.
Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Nay.
Mrs. McConnell?
No.
Mrs. Rose?
Yes.
Mrs. Ross?
No.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Nay.
We have 2 ayes. Motion fails.
May I ask my questions now?
When we go, yeah. We have to do another motion.
Yes.
So, item number 8, can I get a motion and a?
Well, you didn't stay with item number 6. Motion to approve. We need
Oh,
to
okay.
change.
Motion to approve item number 6.
Then you can ask a question.
Second.
Thank you, Madam Secretary.
Wait, I would like to
Oh,
ask my
discussion.
questions
Go
of
ahead.
the Buildings and Grounds Committee before we extend the contract. So the contract that was not in our board packet, but I was able to review, is from the 2022 calendar year, and there were ESSER funds back then that we do not currently have. So I have several questions, but the first one is to the Buildings and Grounds Committee. What is the process for obtaining an architect of record? Did we follow all the steps in that process? If so, I would love to see documentation to prove that we followed the process. If not, I would love to understand why we didn't follow the process. Have we ever extended our architect of record contracts before? Is extending a contract the best action here, since the projects would be different than the projects in the current contract, which were mostly roofing things? I imagine we'd have new construction projects they would be the architect for. I also, in our current contract, it lists Mr. Willis as our CFO, and he will not be our CFO in the new contract. I also read in the contract that if we do not give them 60-day notice, it will just automatically renew, and so do we need to extend it? Also, this contract, unlike the other 2 contracts on our consent agenda that we did approve, is not expiring this June, and is not a 1-year contract, it's a 5-year contract that doesn't even expire until June 6th of 2027. Regarding expenses, the current contract mentions 7% of projects, but I would like to understand how much per year that will come out to be. I would love to hear what Mr. Willis thinks about if we will be able to afford that. Also, should there be any language regarding a maximum amount or not to exceed limits? My biggest concern seems to be that we're approving an unknown amount of money. I would certainly like clarity on how much money this extension will be for. I would also like to know what projects it will include. I do like IDG and the work they have done for our district, so I am in favor of extending their contract as long as someone can prove that this is the best practice for our district. I also found out that the previous company we used before IDG only took 5%, where IDG is getting 7%. So again, I just want to make sure that we are doing best by our students, because those dollars could go towards our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Additional discussion?
Should we give them a chance to answer?
It's up, I mean, I don't.
This did not come from staff. Dr. Crott, can you clarify this is not an administrative suggestion?
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
I said we have a staff administrator on the committee. Each time you have,
Okay.
they are the ones that
Sure.
have to answer questions.
Mr. Willis, can we afford this? I guess that's the biggest question that everybody would like to know is, can we afford a blind contract extension without a dollar amount?
The contract that you would be approving would be a function of projects that have yet to be identified. So the committee hasn't had much of a discussion. Quite honestly, our facilities team hasn't had a lot of discussion about projects that would be in the 26, 27 budget. 27, 28 budget, what you would pay in terms of an architect fee for those couple of years is a function of what those projects would be identified as. There hasn't been a lot of discussion with respect to that at this point. So
So then is it appropriate to extend a contract when we haven't identified the projects yet?
well, that's a board decision as to whether or not the contract would be extended. All I can speak to is whether or not we have a clear picture of what fees might be because they're tied to projects. And at this point, we don't have a good plan for 26, 27 capital projects, 27, 28 capital projects. We're still in discussions on what those could be.
Could one of the members of the Buildings and Grounds Committee please explain to me why you feel like this is the right decision?
Excuse me, one of the things that we were looking at is because of the fact that we're talking about the facilities master plan and the changes and renovations or demolition or whatever of schools. The thing is that the architect in question has had so much to do with identifying those areas that are deficient in our schools and has come up with lots of documentation for us, and all of the board members have been privy to that information and looking at cost and reasoning as to why these recommendations are being made. To proceed with that would not, to bring someone else new, and if we decided to proceed with that aspect, I don't think would be in our best interest since our architect has already started the process for us. I don't think that we would be doing justice to the district by having someone start over. And what him and the architectural firm has brought to us is a plan of what we could do and what is in the best interest of the district. So that's the reasoning that we're really looking at it. Another thing is that prior to IGT, I can never say it right, IDG, I get AJG and all that. Okay, so anyway, so the previous plan, what is the name of PCM plus D, too many letters. That we had them from 2022, I believe, up until we hired IDG. Let me write this down because I can never say it. Too many letters. Okay. We had them during a time when we were going through COVID. So for the 5 years that they were with us as our architect, we paid them just essentially for their services of creating plans, a little bit over 4.4 million. Now, most of that was really strictly based on putting in new HVAC systems in all of our schools, which was definitely needed. During that period of time, money was flowing like water. And so it was, these projects to complete were easy. So, 4.4, drop in the bucket.
Well, I do like the master
But then it
facilities
came
plan
from- right.
that Mr. Gunn presented. I was at that presentation. I feel good about the master facilities plan, and I'm not against extending IDG's contract. I guess I just feel like it makes more sense to issue them a new contract closer to when their contract is expiring and when we have a better grasp on what projects we will be hiring them for.
That, I think the last one we had was 60 years, what felt like 60 years. That those projects come to the board. It's not like they just go out there and spend money and do things. Everything has to come to the board. And there is really no way to know how much a contract is going to cost for them, whatever they're doing. There's no way to know that until they decide to bring forth a, a project. Did you want something? Okay. Yeah, we have our IDG person here. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes,
please,
Mr. Gunn,
please, yeah.
go to the
Well,
mic,
yeah, if
Mr.
you can go
Gunn.
to the podium.
And Mr. Bell, too. Yeah, Mr. Bell, you may have some questions. He's also on the committee.
Thank you, and thank the board for your vision and your leadership when it comes to the district as a whole, but especially for facilities and the improvement of the learning environments within each and every school, making schools safe and secure for all of our students and all of our staff. It's been a privilege and an honor to work with this district. To kind of clarify some of your questions, Board Member Rose, our contract initially is a master service agreement. So it's not, essentially it's not a project-based contract. And a master service agreement is typical and common practice for school districts and really many local bodies of government to utilize to procure professional services. The reasoning behind that is because it takes, I'll utilize the words that Dr. Karat said, institutional knowledge, expertise, and experience to really deliver projects at the highest level and also in the best interest of the district. So when you have a master service agreement, it's not necessarily conditional upon any fees. The language within the existing contract at 7% was strictly for ESSER-funded projects. The way the process works moving forward, and it has worked actually over the last few years after the ESSER money had expired, is that when a project is presented to us, or we're given a directive by the board, administration, Buildings and Grounds Director Brandon Bell, we actually enter into a negotiation of what those fees should be. So there's no set in stone even fee amount. The fees are negotiated based on complexity of the project, the time it will take to execute it, and also the projected construction amount of the project. So when it comes to a master service agreement, that's common and typical practice. Extending the contract at this time is also common and typical practice. Architects and many professional services firms, but specifically architects in state statute, are not allowed to be selected by local bodies of government based on fee. You can only select architects based on qualifications and experience. And that is deemed to be in the best interest of public entities because architects have to exercise and execute work at such a high level. So you make the selection based on qualifications, and then you go into a negotiation based on fees. And that's essentially what you're doing here. Mm-hmm. And the last thing that I'll say is when an architect of record is established, the benefit to the district is you have a past performance. So because public bodies of public entities have to make selections based on experience, based on qualifications, there's no better indicator of an architectural firm's qualifications or experience than past performance. And we have that past performance with the district. And as you said earlier, I believe our past performance has been satisfactory.
Yes, this was never a reflection of your past performance. I'd like to clarify that. It was simply that the contract that I was able to view from 2022, or the master service agreement that you referenced, which I appreciate your clarity there on the difference, seemed really outdated because it referenced ESSER funds, it referenced specific projects. It also lists a lot of your staff members, and I'm sure that at the time, a lot of their degrees were pending, and my guess is now they're not pending anymore. And so I would just love an updated master service agreement, I guess is what I would really like to see, is an updated one as opposed to an extension of an outdated one.
Well, to clarify, that language in the agreement can be amended
Okay.
versus issuing a new. And also, no degrees were pending. Licensure was pending. But you're correct.
Thank you for that clarification.
So we're a licensed architecture firm, and we have licensed architects on staff, and we have more now than
Right,
we had
yes.
when we entered into the agreement. But we'd be happy to amend that language within the existing contract. That's not a problem.
May I intervene? Yeah, there were 5 different pending professional architecture licenses. They looked like they'd all gone to school and been reputable and all kinds of experience, but those, I counted 5 different people that had, it said their license was pending. And I was a little bit thrown off because, number one, this contract wasn't attached, so we had to request it to even see it, and we're passing it tonight, and I believe we got it this afternoon. And it's dated for 2002, so I was, again, sorry, 2002, good Lord, 2022, so it's 4 years old. And again, that's when we had the ESSER funds and money was falling out of the sky. But I'm like looking at it today thinking, I'm sure that these people have licenses that are not pending at this point, and this might be able to be updated so that it looks like we're going into a fresh, I mean, it's a 5-year contract that we're passing tonight that's a year early, because I would think we would be doing this next year. On the basis of your work, do you manage each project in the buildings? Who manages the actual work? Because I've seen a couple of things where doors were put on the wrong school and it's flip-flopped. No, I mean, I'm not trying to make a joke. It legitimately happened this year. We have 2 buildings and they got new doors, but the doors were put on the wrong buildings. They got flip-flopped. And so they're nice doors, but they were put onto the wrong buildings. We could, are you Brandon?
Yeah, Mr. Bell.
I can talk to you about it privately, so I'm not name dropping a school in a public meeting, but I've seen roofs that have water coming in another school. So there's some stuff I would love to address. I'm not on buildings and grounds, but whoever I could talk to about that, I'm interested. But mostly today, I'm sitting here thinking that this looks like something we should be doing a year from now. But I would like to be, again, I would like to keep doing business with you. You did the master facilities plan, correct?
Right.
Yes.
I remember you doing that presentation. I haven't seen it. I'm newer to the board, but we should build that relationship, and you know our buildings and stuff. And so addressing the things I'm concerned about would be good. But also, I feel like if we're entering into a 5-year contract, I would like to see that it was dated in 2026, not 2022. And surely things are different now than they were 4 years ago, right? Cost, the ESSER funds are gone. It just seems weird to me to get this after we have to request it. We're supposed to be we were going to pass this tonight without even looking at it. It wasn't attached to the.
We were also the only 2 board members who requested it, which means that no one else even felt like they needed to see it to approve it.
So the other issue I have for the attorney.
And part of it.
Can I
Yeah.
finish?
Okay.
Good.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Ms.
glad.
Wilson.
I had a question for you.
Then I already had
When
it.
we're renewing a 5-year agreement with an architectural firm, is that following state law? Do we have to have an RFP process to make sure we're following the state law?
No.
So it doesn't put us at a liability?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
There is a motion on the floor, by the way.
Yeah,
Again-
let me just kind of clarify.
Mr. Ivory, if you don't mind, I just want to say one thing. Board Member Wilson?
Yes.
Roofing leaks and doors being on the wrong buildings. I'm not familiar with that, but I can tell you that we're not involved in every, I guess, construction activity that happens at
Okay.
a school district. Sometimes things happen that don't require architectural services.
Okay.
In fact, your staff is very good at utilizing us when needed and not overutilizing us. But beyond that, I don't know, I'm not aware of anything you just mentioned, so I'll be interested in hearing more about
Okay,
that.
I'm assuming you have subcontractors for all kinds of different things because electrical comes in,
That's Brandon.
painting, all the
That's our-
things. Who is the person that does manage it? Is it you? Okay.
That's Brandon. He's in charge of that.
Okay.
We're a professional services firm, so we only do construction documents. We draft blueprints
Okay.
and specifications. We don't actually do construction
Okay.
as an architectural.
you.
Dr.
Yeah,
Ivory.
just for a moment, because I think this is an important conversation. I definitely enjoy a good conversation with some degree of understanding. First of all, my credentials is I serve on the Procurement Policy Board for the state of Illinois, which means that I serve at the governor's pleasure and at the president of the Senate's pleasure when it comes to procurement. And I can tell you with the University of Illinois and the role that I play with junior colleges across the country, across the state of Illinois, as well as all the universities, this is common practice. It is not something unusual, it's common practice to extend a contract before the contract, because it does allow company to plan and really have a long-term strategy in terms of what's going to happen. To extend this contract after the master plan is not unreasonable. Now, you can decide not to do it if you want to, but it is common practice if you go to most junior colleges, most universities, all of them do the same thing. If they got someone they like and they're satisfied, the satisfactory relationship, they can extend the contract. I'm satisfied. I don't think we're going to become architectural experts, and no matter who you get, the fees are going to be negotiated at the end of the day anyway. So I'm willing to move forward and support this initiative and move on beyond it, regardless of everybody knowing everything, because I don't think you're going to know everything when it comes to this. And I believe I have far more experience than most people when it comes to the subject matter at the same time. So I will be supporting it and moving forward.
Great.
There is a motion on the floor.
Mr. Gunn,
Ms. Ross?
will you update the document after, if it gets approved tonight? Go
A
ahead.
lawyer does that.
Okay, I would like to see the updated document. Well, she can't update his coworkers'
can.
credentials. How would she know what his coworkers' credentials are? He said some of them received their licensure in the last 4 years. So I'm just asking, if the board does approve your extension tonight, could we get an updated document to reflect some of those updates?
I'll provide whatever I'm directed to provide.
Is the rate
to our
card
lawyer
the same
because she wrote the
as it was in 2022, the rate card?
I'm not sure what that means.
No, she wasn't even here.
We don't charge the district based on hourly fees.
Wait a
It's
minute,
an-
where that,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
can't do
so
that, that's not,
hold on.
that's,
We can
Okay,
provide
there-
hourly
there-
fees.
There
but
is a
just to-
motion on the floor. I'm
Yes.
sorry, Mr. Gunn.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
what you mean.
no, you can't talk. in the
There is a
audience.
motion
Only
on
the
the
people
floor
that get
that's
invited to
been-
talk off the agenda. So,
There's a motion on the floor, is what I'm saying. There's a motion on the floor,
And I still have a discussion. I just want to say,
please.
yeah, during discussion. I do want to say that we have several service contracts, and this is one of them. We have a service contract with the lawyer, which means it doesn't have to be bidded. And then we with our legal service, we don't know what they might charge or what anybody might charge, but, you know, it's a service contract, and that's what this is, and that's all I want to say.
Thank you.
Yes,
There is a motion on the floor,
okay.
and a second. Madam Secretary? The motion is to approve item number 6.
Thank you, Mr. Bell and Mr. Gunn.
Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Nay.
Mrs. Ross?
Yes.
Mrs. Wilson?
nay.
President Wilson?
Aye.
We have 5 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. We are now at item 8. Can I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve the item number 8 as amended.
There's a motion. Can I get a second?
Second?
Thank you. Discussion?
She has to read the item.
So I have to read all the names that are, okay. Item number 8, dismissal of first, second, or third probationary teachers for reasons other than reduction in force. The proposed action is that the Board of Education approve the resolution for the dismissal of first, second, or third year probationary teachers for reason other than reduction of force. Some of these names are not in my normal use, so I'm going to probably butcher some of them. Please pardon me. One that is listed on is Bafo Ajiman, Kawado Bokai, Adrian Bachter, Alita Brock, Uchina Ibazim, Marissa Inozensi, Janin Curley, Corey Colditz, Milena Lesbor Eston, and Melissa Sussman.
Thank you.
It's in there.
Any discussion? Seeing none, there's a motion and a second. Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
You have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Up next, we have deliberation agenda, item number 10.
Non-renewal, I'm sorry, item number 9, non-renewal of administrator and dismissal of educational support personnel. That's item number 9. The proposed action is to approve the resolution for the non-renewal of administrator and the dismissal of education support personnel employee. His name's not on here. Just the one, not the other ones. Okay, Mr. Chris Rowetter.
Thank you. Is there a
That's the
motion and a
motion.
second?
She just made the motion. I'll
Okay.
second
Is there a
it.
second?
Second.
Thank you. Madam Secretary?
Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
I'd like to abstain.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Nay.
President Wilson?
Nay.
We have 4 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 11?
Policy number, no, it's item
Oh,
number
item
10
yeah.
from the procurement. Policy number,
Deliberation agenda?
yeah,
Okay.
on the deliberation. Policy number 4:61, procurement policy. The proposed action is that the Board of Education approve the attached revised policy.
Second?
Second.
Madam Secretary?
Wait, before we call roll, can I discuss this? Okay, so I have 2 concerns, both a procedural and a governance concern regarding this proposed policy revision. First, I sit on the policy committee, and this item did not come before the board policy committee for review or recommendation. Board Policy 2:150 assigns that the board policy committee is responsible for researching policy issues and providing recommendations to the full board. This revision alters oversight structure and has not been reviewed through the established process. Under the current policy, the superintendent of Policy 4:61, which is the one we're talking about updating, the superintendent or designee reviews and approves all good faith waiver applications under Section 5. In addition, under Section 6B, the superintendent or designee is responsible for periodically reviewing performance compliance related to minority and women-owned business participation in the district's procurement process. These proposed revisions remove the superintendent or designee from both roles and assign waiver approval and compliance review authority to the procurement committee. That represents a structural governance change. Waiver determinations and compliance monitoring are operational responsibilities carried out within district administration. Moving those responsibilities to a board subcommittee changes the balance between governance and administration and warrants deliberate review. Additionally, Policy 2:150 does not list the procurement committee as a standing board committee. If this committee is to exercise ongoing operational authority, that structure should be clearly defined and aligned within our adopted governance framework. So for all of these reasons, I request that this item be referred to the Board Policy Committee for proper review before action. Thank you.
And I just want to add that the policy went before our legal team, and they were the ones who actually drafted it.
Did draft the initial policy, that is correct.
Right.
We did not revisions.
Have you seen the revisions?
I have looked at them, yes, I'm looking at them now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is this, Jennifer, is this typical for a board to take the authority away from the superintendent and give it to the elected board members? Is this a typical behavior?
We give the board.
Because we'll be here and gone, and who knows who will be sitting in these seats, but Dr. Bell will be running the district soon, and this takes power away from him to make these kind of, is this a typical, this doesn't feel like a
Yes.
typical thing that a
Yes,
board
they
should
have.
be doing to me. It feels like a little bit of an overstep of governance.
The board
We have one
can,
employee, and that's the superintendent, so anything that they're gonna be doing, we would have to approve it anyway. But I feel like we have a new superintendent coming in and one leaving, and we're making a decision like this that affects them in a big way.
The CFO is naturally a part of it, and he's a part of the
So
administrative
does Dr.
team.
Karat come to your procurement meetings?
No, if you follow me. The,
You are there?
the designated person is one of the administrators, and then also the CFO is a standing member. So it's not like the superintendent is going to be excluded from it. It's just really adding the extra layer with the board.
Why did we
being
cross out
a-
the word
a part of
superintendent
it.
then in this language? In the draft, it crosses out the word
Because
superintendent.
before then, it was just only listed as the superintendent.
It said superintendent and board members.
Yeah, or the designee. Now it keeps everybody with the same information at the same time. And the CFO, our new CFO, and one of the superintendent staff members is a part of that. That's a standing
Have
role.
Dr. Bell and Dr. Andrews been made aware that we're trying to cut them out of this process?
It's not, we are not cutting them out. That is your perspective. We are not
And can you
cutting them out.
clarify
so
what-
from
We
what
have
I
already
understand,
clarified
the-
it.
The procurement committee is not only board members, but it includes members of the superintendent's administrative staff.
Correct.
Because the policy says so, but will it still?
It's going to stand as it is.
Most board committees do have members of the administrative staff on them. So I believe, like, I have not had a chance to really review this. but
Can
they
someone
s-
assure us that there will still be a superintendent or designee? Like,
There is going to be the CFO and a member of the administrative team,
Okay.
whoever that superintendent designates.
okay, thank you.
And we can approve this tonight if that's what you want to do. That doesn't mean the policy committee can't go back and review it again. And if they have any additional changes
We can
that they
modify.
want to, they can bring those to the board
Yeah.
later.
There's a
And I-
motion on the floor.
What did you want
Yeah.
to say?
I just want to say something for the record. Dr. Ike and Dr. Ike is my designee on that committee, and we've worked with that committee for many, many years. It's expanded, and I appreciate, Ms. Rose, your thoughts and your thinking and your recommendations. But we do, and Dr. Ike and I do approve this policy. Because and I know NAACP, we've worked with Pastor Hightower and Sherry Carter Allen and a couple of other folks as well. Actually, we've expanded the committee because of the work that you guys are doing with the city, and we're working closely with the city as well. And we did agree that that procurement committee, although what you said, it should go through the policy committee, and I know Vice President McConnell is on that committee
And
as
I'm
well.
on policy committee.
And you're in policy committee.
Right.
We discussed that it's appropriate for the procurement committee to make this policy change, and so we're in support of it as well. But I understand your thoughts and your ideas.
I think too, just for a point of clarity, not to change anybody's mind, that the way to get on the procurement committee is not very fair and equitable. And so if the procurement committee was available to everyone, then I would feel better about this. But since we kind of gatekeep the procurement committee, it makes me more concerned.
I get it.
It's, turn your mic on.
Thing. There's always two people, two board members, part of the procurement committee, and then members. If you're not a member, you're not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be talking.
You're there for observation.
Yeah, you're there for observation, and it may give you citizens' time or whatever, but if you're not a member, you're not supposed to be part of that. We do our business in public, but it is the district's business. So, I mean.
But the meetings haven't been public until just this past one, in the last 2 weeks. There hasn't
no,
been.
we
The
always
meetings are
announce
always
them.
public.
The
'cause they
meetings
They've
are
never
always
been on our
announced.
district website. If you look at the whole year of board meetings and committee meetings and our subcommittee meetings, procurement's on there one time, and it was March 5th.
Well, we probably didn't have a meeting or whatever.
No, there were
but,
meetings. There were meetings.
Okay.
Cammie has 48 hours to get those meetings posted within 48 hours.
So on my team, Mr. Willis and Dr. Ike, they're on the procurement committee, and once in a while, I'll chime in as well. Doc, I know you're basically the lead for me. Would you like to
just shed light to educate even the public in terms of what this conversation is all about.
Yeah, just that the administrator is a
Yeah.
CFO and me as a team. I just like, if there's anything that the superintendent not like, she will let me know, represent when I get vice versa. So it's been a process that has worked. Plus the fact that committee meetings are open even to other board members.
Right, to the public.
Policy committee meetings. They were told. Board members.
I thought all committees are open. As the
Open to
chair
the
of the
public.
procurement committee, I thought everyone is entitled to attend if they so desire. We don't block anyone from attending, no different than any other committee, as I understand it. If you want to attend, you can attend. But let me just make a quick point, if I can, please, is that this procurement committee has the enormous responsibility. And the reason I got involved in the procurement committee because, Mick and I have had some great conversations, and the superintendent, everybody else, they know where I stand in terms of participation. When you take a look at the history of District 150 across the board, African American and minority participation has been extremely low. You're probably talking about 3%, which means that white males have been getting over 97% of all contracts. That's a problem. If we were getting graded based upon performance, we would be failing at every level. And that's why we had to take some actions because this school district is represented by a lot of minorities, but minorities don't participate. And the problem with education, there's a social and economic impact. When you take a look, if there's no economics, you're always going to have poor education. So our goal and objective when I came on the board was that I needed to take a look at what we were doing, were we doing it right, can we make it better? And we worked on that. We didn't make any giant leaps, but the adjustments we're making is simply fundamental, basic adjustments, and we still got a lot of work to do. But when you take a look and ask every conscious individual in the city of Peoria and say, is it reasonable for 120 years for to have little or no participation? And when we seem to find someone who's qualified, especially in procurement, we seem to have a problem with that from my perspective, and I deal with that all around the country. So my job, if I'm going to be on the procurement chair committee, I'm going to ask us to take a look at what we're doing right, how do we make it better, and how do we get an A? Because right now, we need some tutoring when it comes to this area because we're not doing very well, and our job is to help fix it. So I'm here to fix it. These issues that we make are fundamental, small issues that we should do and move forward with, and I'm gladly to refer it back to the policy committee with the understanding that this is what we're trying to accomplish, is to make sure there's equity and fairness, just like we have equity and fairness in education, we all have equity and fairness in procurement, because as I said, there's no discrimination when it comes to collecting taxes. There ought to be no discrimination when it comes to giving contracts.
And if I can ask Dr. Ike, can you go to the podium, please? Because the public wants to hear you as well. Is that okay, Dr. Wilson?
Absolutely.
Yep. So just explain to the public what this policy, what this procurement policy is. It's really, they're just asking to share more data with them, right? So let's go ahead and do that, because I was told they couldn't hear you from where you were.
Okay, sorry. A couple of points. First, right now, the district looks at contracts that are over $50,000. So this recommendation is saying, let us also look at contracts that are below $50,000. That way we get the full picture. Okay. Then the second one is about publishing reports. They're asking that reports be published every once in a while, I believe quarterly, so that it can be reviewed to see how things are going. Because the contracts that are under $50,000 may be a whole lot, but if they're not going to the right contractors, the committee needs to know that and try to make a course correction. The last part of it was about, talked about the quarterly report. And then you also talked about the superintendent, the committee now doing the review that the superintendent used to do. One last point. that should make Mrs. Rose, should basically calm your concerns. A committee report, a committee recommendation is just that. They're recommending to the full board, which means if they recommend to the full board and the full board doesn't like what they see, they have a chance to either vote it down or approve it, right? So in essence, it's a committee of the whole because all they're doing is we recommend this to you to review and approve. So if it gets to you as a full board and you have questions or concerns, you can either amend it or approve it as recommended. So that's really gives you another level of safeguard for policies that you don't think were handled at the committee level.
Thank you, Dr. Ike. I just want to clarify that I am in favor of having a procurement committee that works hard to make sure that we are working towards progress, like Dr. Ivory mentioned. I want to see more minority-owned and women-owned contracts, both above and below 50,000. So this was strictly about the fact that as elected officials and board members, we're not as qualified as Dr. Ike and Dr. Kraut or Dr. Bell and Dr. Andrews to make some of those decisions. And so my concern was when we're taking governance away from qualified members and giving it to.
But just a point of clarity, that is not what the policy is stating. And to be clear, that I've worked with procurement for the state in excess of 20 years. So I may have some expertise too. Dr. Ivory has on multi-billion-dollar contracts. So we are not novice. No, that's okay.
I did not mean to
This is
insult
not
either one
a,
of
this
you.
is,
It
this is
won't
not a
always be you.
conversation. I'm just making a statement.
Yeah,
Please
yes.
yield to that. And so there is expertise on that, committee, and it will be going forward. And if you have any questions about that, anybody is welcome to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you.
I yield to the president.
That is the concern, though. We're here temporarily, so I'm not against this policy or the committee. I don't like seeing the name superintendent striked out because you've worked in this kind of thing before and you have experience, but who's going to be in your seat next year? We don't know. So taking out the superintendent, who we trust to run the entire school district, it makes me a no vote. I would like to see this go to the policy committee
Well,
and
that's
be
fine.
reviewed, but I know I'm
Yeah.
on an island, so it's fine.
But just to confirm, just because they're striking superintendent and inserting.
Doesn't mean that.
Commit the board committee, right?
They're not inserting it, they're just taking out, I saw, the way that I read it, the line was through superintendent, but it still said board representative. And that's fine, if you guys want to do this, it's fine. I
Superintendent
just
or
wanted to know.
designated. It's superintendent or designated.
So how about an amendment, somebody propose an amendment? And if
Well,
it
there's
passes-
there's a motion on the floor. We need to.
Okay.
Fine, let's
No,
just vote.
I just want to say this policy was, there were a couple of members from the community on this policy from the Park District, and they actually used our policy to adopt as well. So there was a lot of thought that went into the policy. And Dr. Ivory has already gave an overview of that. So, I mean, I think that if it's a matter of putting somebody, a superintendent's name in it, that wouldn't be a problem at all, because it's the superintendent or designee, or whomever is the staff person that oversees that.
I'll make my last comment. I don't know if the superintendent will have the time. She has staff there to analyze, that would be a good use of the superintendent's time. That's why she has a designee. And the experts on the committee make a decision, bring it to the board votes.
Yeah, vote or not.
And my committee looked at it, and we made a decision, that these are small. What we're concerned about is the lack of performance that we've had for decades. Under the
Yeah.
and that we haven't done much to improve that, and that needs work for people with disability. For people with disability, we can do a better job. Our job is to push that so we can do, these are insignificant changes to the procurement. It's not a big issue. It's not really changing much, quite frankly. And like I said, I don't believe that the superintendent, that Dr. Garat would have time.
Well, actually, I did, especially with Al Hooks. May his soul rest in peace. Mr. Willis, Mr. Hooks, Gabe, Jaja, Dr. Ike. I mean, he was on it like once a quarter we were looking at our numbers, having conversations, and making adjustments. And, but I do have qualified, and we're representation and representatives, so we're all on the same page. So if I'm not, but when Mr. Hooks and actually Pastor Hightower and Sherry Carter, we had a standing meeting, just looking at the data.
I created the whole committee, so.
Yeah, so it's important that the superintendent also is aware, and you're pushing your staff. It's like, okay, we got to do better. Let's do better, and but not. You're right, not for every meeting though.
Right.
Dr. Ivory, as the person on the procurement committee, can you explain why you struck out superintendent or designee instead of just adding procurement committee members to the current people who are supposed to review the process?
Well, I think that when the superintendent is being represented by her staff, she's involved. Doesn't mean that the superintendent at any point in time couldn't come.
But
and
you
give
struck out
input.
designee. You struck out superintendent or designee in both places where it listed.
So let me read the policy again, so make sure that we're clear on that.
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me.
So, Dr. I,
In that meeting, I thought we had discussed that. We discussed that, and that was not to be.
Because I would be in favor of adding the procurement committee to the superintendent and designee for review.
I have
I
a
just
problem
don't
with
think we
that.
should take it away from.
We don't have a
Which is
problem.
why I
There's lines
recommended.
through it in the copy that we
No
got.
problem at all.
Superintendent is
Yeah,
struck
it shouldn't
out.
have been.
That's why I recommended, right here on this floor, somebody
Right,
make
so
a
we're gonna-
motion to amend it.
Can
to
I
add.
motion to amend the policy to
We can-
add,
Can
to,
amend the motion that's already on the floor. We
Okay.
need to amend the motion that's already on the floor.
okay, I make a motion to amend
Yes.
the motion that's on the floor
Yeah, superintendent.
to
With
add
that-
superintendent and designee back in, but
Correct.
keep procurement committee.
Correct.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right,
Thank you.
Now we're ready to approve.
Madam Secretary?
Thank you, everyone.
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
You have 7 ayes, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Expulsion. Oh, that's me, discipline. I was looking at you, Ms. Ross. Item number 11, expulsion with the expulsion to be held in a abeyance. A proposed action that the Board of Education approve expulsion with the expulsion held in a abeyance listed on the report dated March 23rd, 26, be approved as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory? Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
You have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Item number 12, expulsion. Proposed action that the Board of Education approve the expulsion listed on the report dated March 23rd, 2026 be approved as presented.
Second.
Madam Secretary?
Mrs. Costick? Mr. Ivory?
Aye.
Mrs. McConnell?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
President Wilson?
Aye.
You have 7 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Next, we have presentations and suggestions by board members.
Did we pull all those items and not pass the food service contract or the advanced communications contract?
They were on the consent agenda.
Okay, I
so
was
they
gonna
got
say, we
approved.
pulled all that into deliberation, correct?
No.
I mean, we've already
Okay,
approved
got it.
those.
I'm like, I circled everything except that, so I just want to
Yeah.
make sure we didn't miss it. Okay.
Awesome. So, presentation and suggestions by board members, and, yeah. So I would like Dr. Karat to kind of take my, suggestion, maybe, for one of my favorite people that, work within the district and I've gotten to know, Dr. Karat.
Yep, thank you. So I would be remiss that I have to correct something, and I'm going to ask Mr. Willis to come down and join me. And you will appreciate this. It's, yes.
Yeah, Mr. Willis.
It's almost funny that I missed his name earlier, really, because he's the comedian of the group.
That's my guy.
He gets us laughing, he'll make fun of us. But I do want to take a moment to recognize our CFO, Mr. Willis. Mick is truly the comedian of the group, as I said. He keeps us laughing, he keeps us grounded, and somehow makes even the toughest conversations a little lighter, always. But make no mistake, behind the humor is a bold, strategic thinker. Mr. Willis has been instrumental in helping, come on closer, buddy. We've been through a lot, because it's been 10 years. $14 million, $14 million deficit. Remember when you first started? The first week on the job, I said, part of your assignment is to help us get that sales, that half a cent, right?
Yep.
The first, I felt really bad because you had this $14 million that we were going to try to figure out how we're going to eradicate that. And then we had to put our heads together to raise the half a cent with the other county superintendents. And so helping us plan our way through a $14 million deficit, ensuring we stayed focused, we stayed disciplined, and forward moving. He's also been a driving force behind major efforts like the Dome and the stadium, and played a key role in securing, as I said, the half a cent approval for Peoria County work that will have a lasting impact in our community. So, Mr. Willis, Mick, I deeply appreciate your demeanor, your professionalism, and your partnership. Your contributions have been significant, and I am grateful for the leadership you bring to this district every single day. We have one, and I love you like everybody else. He knows that. So we got one more thing to do. We talked
Yep.
about it today, right?
We got
So, because of that, I'm going to have you make some last remarks. Love you.
It's been an honor and privilege to work in a district for 10 years and to partner with Dr. Karad, the Peoria community, and do that as a resident here to a point where even when I retire, I plan to stay around. So that's how much the community means to me. That's how much I want to stay part of the fabric of the community. And just thank Dr. Karat for an opportunity to serve a community that deserves to be served.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the impressive thing was he did invest and bought a house.
Yeah.
Like his first year. So, yes, appreciate you.
Thank you. Absolutely. Just one more suggestion for myself. The Yanni Collective, Dig'em, and product of the project will be taking juniors and seniors to Northern Illinois University and a trip to the Shed Aquarium this Thursday. Always in need of volunteers, so if you have that volunteerism in your heart, please reach out to me.
Hey, Mr. Chair, if you would allow me just a quick comment, and I'm sorry, because I know we want to get out of here, but, you know,
Me? Not at
it would be unfortunate because none of us know how much time we have left. And for me not to acknowledge a great leader and a friend who I have the utmost respect for and always had in terms of Dr. Karat, it is a bittersweet moment for me personally, you know, that, you know, it's bitter on the basis that you're leaving us. It's sweet because I know that you're going to be doing other things and you're going to stay engaged. I want you to know I value, and I know you have an A team. I hope that the team coming in can live up to what you've done and what you put together. Your thing on the international front and bringing people in was exceptional with the work of Martha and everybody else together. But I appreciate you. I value you as a human being, and I will sincerely miss you when you're not here. But I'll be gone also.
So I appreciate you too. We've known each other for a long, long time, and you've always been sincere. I've been your son's principal at Manual, Joshua, and I loved him and loved seeing you guys come to the games. So the feeling is mutual. Thank you so much, Dr. Ivory.
So, I'll just be brief. In my phone, you're saved under the GOAT. So when you call, the GOAT pops up. So. Additional presentation and suggestions by board members? Seeing none, reports from board committees.
We have policy meeting on Thursday at 9 a.m. what's the date on Thursday? The 26th?
March 26th.
March
Here in PLC
26th.
1.
Behavioral Intervention Committee will be meeting on April 17th at 11:30 a.m. in this building.
Procurement?
Within the next week or so. Thank you.
Buildings and grounds. Where? Yeah, where at? Location? Okay. All right, cool. So